supaya kita bisa ngobrol-ngobrol, so then we can like freely talk to each other and meet each other. While we're waiting for everybody, we're gonna get going. This is also live on our Facebook group and also recorded. So then Josh will have a chance to say hi to everybody too. And then Josh from California will be able to put this on our YouTube channel. So excited to meet everybody. But before we do all that, let's start with Robert. Go ahead, Robert, from Ambler, Pennsylvania. Woohoo!
So welcome everyone. This is like our second live meeting here, and I don't know what to say. I mean, it's so awesome to see you guys, to share what we've been through to these elections. I mean, if it's not because of Sinta, I think I'll be doing my part by myself. But with you guys here, it's so much more fun than what I used to do. And by the way, also thank you for all the admin and moderators, Iin, Daisy, Marcono Wijaya, Mbak Herning, Maria, and Christian Saputro. So we got several moderators. They work very hard. And as you know, I make the announcement before, but I think you should know more. We are mostly tagging all of your posts with the topic. So if you go to the top, you will be able to see a topic there, and we try to tag most of the posts so you can browse the previous posts based by the topic. So it's easier if you want to look for something important. And from now on forward, I hope you guys, when you post something, try to add the topic as well. So it will be easier for us instead of for all the moderator trying to tagging one by one. And I think I'll give it back to Sinta again.
Okay. So I'll say it in Bahasa Indonesia too. Let me just stop the spotlight. Okay. So I'll say it in Bahasa Indonesia too. Kalau kita post di dalam grup, kalau bisa, kalau ingat, tidak harus, mungkin ditaruh topiknya apa, apakah humor, is it news, is it chit chat, so then it's easier to find certain topics. Kalau misalnya kita mungkin perlu data itu atau berita itu. Jadi thank you Robert for organizing that. Terima kasih teman-teman yang admin. So sambil kita nunggu teman-teman yang lain, why don't we meet each other? So I want to invite, I'm going to call you out if it's okay. So just unmute yourself. Let me just go to the gallery view. So just unmute yourself if I call your name, and then just say your name and what state are you from? So then we get to know each other first while we're waiting for everybody else. So I'm looking at my screen here. If you don't put your name there, just make sure you put your name. Ini ada yang kakak yang baju biru ini cuman tulisannya iPad ini Kak, silakan. Ya, silakan. Nama dan not the Galaxy Tab, the one that says iPad. Pakai kacamata. Silakan Kak.
Oke, Emin Lomba dari Florida.
Florida. Next time Florida harus biru.
Yeah. Yep.
Oke. Kayanti.
San Francisco.
Kayanti, want to introduce yourself, name and your state.
Introduce yourself.
You.
Come on, no.
John and Yanti from California, San Francisco.
Yay!
Hey, salam kenal.
I think it's Leah Applegate. Go ahead.
Hey, saya Leah Applegate. I'm from Washington State, Seattle. No, what? Woodinville.
Woohoo!
Elmi juga numpang di Lia.
Kita tadi habis party.
Awesome.
Medan party.
Mbak Diani Ariesta.
Oke, Diani Ariesta nama asli saya, tapi di Facebook saya lebih dikenal sebagai Dita. Dita Nasrul Cas. Saya dari Austin, Texas. Saya minta maaf nggak bisa keluarin muka atau video karena sekarang saya dipanggil mendadak untuk berada di rumah sakit karena peningkatan COVID yang luar biasa di Texas. Jadi saya sekarang tugas sampai besok pagi. Senang bisa ditemenin teman-teman ngobrol.
Yeah, give it up to first responder.
Hai Dita.
Silakan Kak Deti. Unmute and introduce yourself.
Hai, saya Deti dari Pennsylvania, temannya Sinta.
Oke, Kak Jenny Desjardins ya.
Halo everyone, ini Jenny Desjardins. Satu geng sama Pak Greg, Mbak Lia Applegate, Elmi, dan Anti. Salam kenal semuanya dari Seattle, Washington.
Yeay. Oke, kakak yang baju biru yang Galaxy Tab, silakan di unmute. Ya. Oh, nggak kedengeran. What happened? Mungkin headsetnya?
Can you hear my voice?
Yes, now I can.
Oh, okay. Hi, nice to see you all here. My name is Marine, and on my Facebook is Marine Goff. That's my maiden name. So very nice to see you all. I'm from Maui, Hawaii.
Oh, welcome Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii in the house.
Woohoo! Mas Greg, your turn.
Oh, my turn. Hey, I'm Joe. Oh, no. I'm Greg Wijaya. Dari Seattle, Washington.
Nice.
Blue.
Seattle represent. Oke, ini Kak Maria dan Kak Iwan. Silakan di unmute.
Kamu duluan.
Halo, saya Maria.
Saya Iwan, saya 4 admin di 4 grup Demokrat. Tapi hari ini saya baru didepak dari Facebook setelah berkali-kali di jail. Jadi terima kasih, hari ini juga saya pindah ke
Liker.com.
Jadi maaf kalau sekarang hanya ada akun istri saya di Facebook. Saya tidak ada lagi. Salam kenal dari Colorado, Parker. Kota saya Parker adalah kota red. Di sini kita tidak bisa pasang Biden JB sign atau pakai kaos, kalau enggak banyak right-back di sini.
Oh, more power to Colorado. Okay, Patty's turn. Go ahead, unmute. Maria, Patricia.
Oh, me. Hello, my name is Maria. Bisa dipanggil Patricia, Patty. I live in Bronx, New York.
Woohoo, BX. Ci Agnes.
Halo, nama saya Agnes. Sekarang saya di Indonesia, tapi biasanya di Pennsylvania. All house is Democrat, biarpun suami bule tetap Democrat.
Keren.
Awesome. Kak Anti.
Hi everyone, saya Anti. Di Facebook nama saya Louis Latrix. So nice to meet you all.
Dari mana Kak?
Oh ya, aku dari Paulsbo in Washington State, not far from Seattle.
Oh, awesome. Oke, Kak Vera Poli.
Ya. Hai everyone. Nama saya Vera Poli, sama aja di Facebook juga Vera Poli biar gampang diingat. Saya tinggal di Oklahoma. Kebetulan lagi angin kencang banget di sini. Masih untung internetnya nggak mati.
Wow, Oklahoma.
Ya, salam kenal semua ya.
Awesome. Ini tulisannya Derek's mom.
Hi. I'm Dia from Tyler, Texas. Derek is my son.
Okay. Welcome.
Salam kenal semua, salam kenal.
And then Josh Sarwono, silakan.
Hey everyone, I'm Josh. I'm from California. Loma Linda, Redlands.
Josh will talk a little bit more about our YouTube channel later. Kak Kathy Swindle.
Hi, my name is Kathy Swindle, and Facebook is Katarina Swindle, and I'm from Honolulu, Hawaii.
Woohoo! Mahalo.
Deep Blue State.
Nice. Oke, silakan Kak Margie. Di unmute.
Hai, nama saya Indati Margareta Petra, tapi setelah menikah dengan suami orang Malaysia, saya short aja Margie Petra. Saya tinggal di Upland, California, and button hair is 2020.
Awesome. Welcome, Christian.
Hi, my name is Christian. I'm from Philadelphia.
Whoop, whoop. Philly. Amelia.
Oh, me. Lia dari Atlanta, Georgia. Aslinya dari
Georgia.
Di Facebook namanya Amelia Latham.
Awesome. Ini abang yang pakai kacamata, tulisannya cuman iPhone. Can you unmute yourself? I don't know your name. Ya, you. Yes, you. Silakan unmute.
Oke. Saya Harley, tinggal di Huntington Beach, daerahnya Trump. Kita baru lost dari Michelle Steele. Salam kenal.
Okay, welcome. And then Kak Kak Anne or Anne Mangunsong.
Hai, saya Anet Mangunsong, di Facebook namanya Anet Sinaga, suami saya Mangunsong, dari California, San Bernardino, Redlands, Loma Linda, segeng sama Margie, sama Josh. Ya.
Awesome.
Senang ketemu sama semuanya.
So happy to see everybody. Okay, Tante Herning silakan.
Halo, saya Herning Grisam dari di Facebook saya namanya Herning Rumpak, tapi saya di sini namanya Herning Grisam dari Sacramento, California. Glad to see you all. Biden Harris 2020.
Woohoo! Alright, silakan Aldo.
Halo semuanya, saya Aldo Syahaan dari Philadelphia, tepatnya South Philadelphia, jantungnya orang-orang Indonesia. Wow.
Let's go Philly. Kak Anita Sulaiman. Oh, you're still mute. Unmute first.
Udah, sorry lagi masak.
Wah, asik.
Anita Sulaiman, but my Facebook name is Anita M. Yaman di Seattle. Hi guys.
Hi.
Yang udah invite. And hi especially to the people in Seattle.
Hey Mbak Anita.
Halo
Good to see you
Greg.
again.
Halo Mbak Anita.
Yeah, Mbak Jenny, nice to see you. Auntie juga, I saw you.
Mbak Dewita, silakan. Ini Demokrat.
Hi everyone, salam kenal. Saya Dewita Suharyono, sama namanya di Facebook juga. Good to see you here.
Daisy.
Sorry, sama potong-potong ya. Halo.
Bakso.
Iya, makan lagi motong bakso. Nama saya Desi, saya maminya Christian. Si Christian Saputro dari Philadelphia. Salam kenal semua.
Salam kenal.
Okay, great. If anybody needs to connect, kalau lagi nonton yang di grup, let me put the link in there so you can still join us. so watch it. Kalau yang nonton di grup silakan, di situ ada link. Nanti I think build back is the password. Alright, Kak Iriana silakan di unmute.
Alright, hi, my husband.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Masak spaghetti. Cabbage.
Lokasi di mana Kak? Di mana lokasinya?
Di Highland, San Bernardino, California. Southern California.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Ini ada iPhone lagi. Saya nggak tahu namanya siapa. Boleh di unmute. Mungkin saya tanya. Ask to unmute-nya. Can you unmute? Kalau enggak, kita move on dulu ke David 10.
Di Highland, San Bernardino, California.
Halo.
Southern California.
Kedengeran nggak ya?
Yes, David.
Ya, nama saya David 10, di Facebook juga David 10 sama, di mana-mana David 10 saya. Saya dari California. Saya temennya Josh, tuh lagi joget-joget. Nah, jadi ya udah sampai.
Awesome. Welcome. Ini yang iPhone siapa ya? Oh ya, silakan. Oh, it's still the same. Still the same. Sorry. So we went with you already. Terus Mbak Butet. Mbak Butet, silakan memperkenalkan diri.
Semuanya, nama saya Butet, saya dari DC. Nggak sabar untuk menunggu tetangga yang baru.
Okay, great. And then Kak Susi, silakan di unmute sama memperkenalkan diri Kak.
Hai semuanya, sorry telat. Baru aja nyampe jadi masih ngos-ngosan. Nama saya Susi dari Dallas.
Tetangga yang baru.
Kenapa?
Oh, ini ada yang ini ya. Oke.
Kak Susi.
Sekarang Mike. Go ahead Mike, introduce yourself. Di unmute dulu Mike.
Halo, saya Michael Dompas dari Washington DC. Saya juga nggak bisa nunggu lagi untuk Kamala untuk pindah ke rumah dinasnya karena I live 3 blocks away from the Vice President's house. So can't wait to see it.
Reopening soon, huh?
Yes.
Under new management.
That's right.
Awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course, Mike. Welcome.
Hi, Mike.
I'm gonna meet everybody again. So we want to get to talking to everybody, of course, supaya. Oh bentar, ada satu lagi nih. Kayaknya Kak Bonar sama tadi udah dengan istrinya udah ini ya, udah memperkenalkan diri ya.
Saya belum, saya baru join.
Oke, Kak Bonar, silakan memperkenalkan diri dulu.
Oke, nama saya Bonar Mangunsong, istri saya ada di sini juga, Anet. Kita senang sekali.
Dari mana Kak?
Bisa bergabung dengan teman-teman yang pro. Kita suami istri, kita sudah menikah di sini 15 tahun. Kita anak 3 di Southern California. Jadi salam kepada semua teman-teman yang ada di sini. Gitu aja. Kita sudah begitu aja.
Thank you. Okay, I see Catherine, and then we're gonna move on, so then we can talk to each other. Catherine, go ahead and introduce yourself, name, and where you are from or located.
Halo everybody, nama saya Catherine. Sudah tinggal di Amerika 30 tahun. So probably the oldest. Well, not the oldest, but I've been here. Moved to Pennsylvania when I was 10, and live in Philadelphia since 2002. So 18 years here. I know Sinta because I dance with her too. And then I think we're going to talk about Pejuang sometime soon, right? Okay, but anyway, very happy. I got my Kamala shirt. Good to see everyone on here. Wow, so many people.
Awesome. I see some more people joining. So before we go on to like introduce everybody, let's get going to talk about just a few things with everyone. Let me just make sure you all can see. All right. So the group was started because a bunch of us, not just me, felt the need. I'm going to speak in English aja ya, because I think some people speak only English. We felt the need that we should get together as Indonesian Americans, especially during this time. It's been a hard 4 years for most of us. So why don't we get together, the people who are like-minded and progressive, who are forward-thinking, to just get together and support each other. And amazingly, our group is growing 300 members strong. And it's really nice to see and be with everybody who are super positive and super inclusive, yang menerima perbedaan, menerima diversity dan keberagaman. So this is really nice for all of us to have this. So our hope is that this group will continue in the next 4 years. We can be a hub for Indonesian Democrats in the US to build back better together and then just support each other in everything that we do. We're going to talk a little bit more about possibly forming like regional coordinator. Jadi nanti we can have like Western, Northeast, Southwest, and then we can get together, especially if the COVID-19 and weather permitting for the inauguration, maybe we can see each other in person, which is really exciting. Or if not, then we can see each other when it's really safe. So before we get to all of that, I would like to invite Mbak Dewita. I want Mbak Dewita to kind of share just like 2 minutes of her experience as a Democrat. I think she started during the Obama administration and talking about why it is important for us to get involved, especially if we can vote right now. So Mbak Dewita, I'm going to give the floor to you. Let me spotlight you real quick. Mana nih Mbak Dewita sebentar. Oke, silakan Mbak.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you, Sinta, for the opportunity, and thank you. I mean, it's great to see everyone here in this channel. I've been a volunteer for the Democratic Party for, I guess, more than 10 years. So let me just give you a little bit background how I get started. So I started when I got involved in 2003 because I was really mad with Iraq invasion. So rather than shouting at TV every time George Bush speaks, I started to explore some of the things that I could do to channel my energy. So I found Move On. From Move On, I signed up to attend a meetup for Howard Dean for president. So at the time, they actually pass around clipboards for people to sign up to volunteer. I had no idea what to sign up, but I checked phone banking, collecting petition, tabling, so no idea. So now I know. So Howard Dean was my first presidential campaign that I volunteered, and I learned a lot. And then after Howard Dean, I joined the Arlington Democratic Committee here. I became a precinct captain, managed 250 households in this area, do a lot of things to help elect Democrats. And then I found some of other Asian activists online and get connected with them. So we decided to form AAPI for Progress. It's a network like Move On. But then we decided, because it's like Move On, so everywhere in this country, so it's not easy to get around. I mean, to get connected. So anyway, after that, I decided to get involved locally in Virginia, and get connected with other Asian activists. And so we decided to form Democratic Asian Americans of Virginia that later became part of the constituency group within the Democratic Party of Virginia. And in 2013, the Democratic Party of Democratic Asian Americans of Virginia became a caucus of the state Democratic Party of Virginia. So what that means, a caucus, is you got a seat on the table. You can influence the decision making because as an Asian American, I'm talking about Asian American because I'm the only Indonesian within the Democratic Party right now. I'm glad that I found Sinta and some other people who are active. So from there, we do a lot of things. I can talk to you more about it, but I think the benefits of getting involved is you want to become a voice in the community. The reason why I get involved is because I have friends who are undocumented or illegally stayed, and they could not vote. I can vote. I am lucky and fortunate in the sense that I got here and I get my green card and I get citizenship. Some other people are not that lucky. So you want to become a voice in the community you live in, because you give the voice to the voiceless. And then you become the bridge between your community and those who are making decisions. Okay, you can influence their decisions because you can speak up and you can tell them about the problems that you have within your own community. On the local levels, for example, budget for ESL, right? If they don't know anyone, any immigrants or any immigrant kids living in the area, how would they set aside budget to fund the ESL program? And the other reasons are you also build relationships. You are connected. And then you grow your circle of friends because you will meet new people. And then you will understand and appreciate other cultures as well. You practice selfless. You will learn new skills and you find your passion because it helps build your confidence. A lot of times Indonesians are not willing to mingle with other communities. We are jago kandang. Basically, we don't want to go out there. So I volunteered for a nonprofit doing email marketing, even though I didn't know a thing about it back then. Learn on the job. So when you volunteer, if you make mistakes, they can't be mad at you. So they can't get mad at you. And then you also form alliances within the community. We can't do things alone. We have to fight together with other communities. And then, good deeds make you happy. And I think last thing is you are actually the beneficiary of your own generosity. So you get the idea, get involved, do something for the community, even one thing, whatever you do, it will make an impact on your family, on your community, and also yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Mbak. So appreciate it. So amazing to meet people like you. And then speaking of getting involved, I want to invite Catherine real quick. And then I want to invite a couple people who came later to introduce themselves. But before that, Catherine, if you wouldn't mind talking about Pejuang, which is, I think, the first ever Indonesian coalition for social justice in the US. So I'm going to spotlight you, Catherine, so go ahead.
Okay, is Aldo here too?
Yes.
Where's Aldo? Yay.
I'm here.
Okay, I'll start and then Aldo, you can finish. Okay, so in Philadelphia, we started a group called Pejuang, Indonesian Social Justice Coalition. And the reason why we started this is because I've been working with Aldo, who is working in immigrants' rights for like 20 years in Philadelphia. Started working with him a couple years ago to work with undocumented in our community. I was undocumented too, for in and out since I was in high school, right? So there's really siapa yang ngomong sebelum aku? I'm sorry, Mbak.
Mbak Dewita.
Mbak Dewita said, right? We have undocumented people in our community, and we they don't have a voice, so we need to have a voice for that. So the reason why we started Pejuang Indonesian Social Justice Coalition is we want to create a space for progressive Indonesians to really advocate for our own education and political development so that we have a seat at the table. So what we want to do is to advocate for immigrants' rights. We want to advocate for, healthcare for our community and workers' protection, but also at the same time, we want to create a community of people who want to be forward-thinking in our political development using Indonesian history, to understand kind of where our community is, and also understanding American history. So we want to do some education of our community to understand why we are, why we are here, why there's many Indonesians here, and how can we build also coalition with other Asian groups, other minority groups like Black and Latino who have the same experience as us, being undocumented, and being marginalized in the community. So what we want to do in the future here is we want to hear from you. So if you, we would love to hear what are the most important issues for you. So we will be doing some focus groups, listening sessions. So we would like to invite people who are interested to talk to us. And you can follow us on Facebook, Pejuang Coalition, also on Instagram on Pejuang Coalition. So I'm gonna have Aldo talk a little bit more about the history of how it started.
Hi, how are you all? Just very short, Pejuang, in our press release, we stated that we are a safe place for everyone, for the one that marginalized, who doesn't have voice. So we are a safe place. We are not big. We don't have much money, but we have power through our connection. The second thing is we are very new. So I know there are so many great people in this group that have more experience. So we want to learn from you. Please teach us. Please guide us. We just here very new this Pejuang Coalition, and we love that Pejuang can serve our Indonesian brothers and sisters. That's all from me.
Thank you so much. So important to hear all of this. And Philadelphia has about 5,000 people living just in South Philadelphia. So it's a little bit unique. And then we're a little bit more concentrated. We live a little bit closer to each other. So sometimes it's a little bit easier to do this kind of things in Philadelphia. So please, if you have information, Catherine and Aldo, if you would drop the social media name and handle in the chat, that would be great. So then people can just follow there. Can we quickly go to Kak Hana, Lutfi, and Kak Ola to just introduce yourself, just your name and where you're from, so we know where you are? Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello, my name is Hana Pangestu Camacho. I live in Austin, Texas, the capital, Texas. Texas is such a Republican red state. It's so hard to fight to be a blue state here, but we're getting there. We get a lot more Democrats that starting to understand, and myself married to, also my husband is Hispanic, so we both are minority, and we keep fighting for our, our rights. And I'm glad that he also love to be active in politics. He's just right there in the background. He's about to step out. Him being a police officer.
Hey guys.
Hey, Raul.
Hey there.
And we also have a business that helping seniors. So this year we're so lucky, so fortunate that we can actually help seniors in our area and give free rights to them to go vote, because a lot of them they don't have any transportation. And the sad things about it, when we open that opportunity, when we publish and we tell every news, that we can do and tell about our senior services, we get phone call literally from all over United States, all these seniors asking for rights to go vote. And unfortunately, we are unable to help all of them. But that's so sad that there's a need. So maybe in the future, we can also organize something like that, there's seniors out there that need service.
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Thank you so much.
I'm also with LULAC. And so LULAC's a very strong organization for Hispanics that, that look for civil rights for all types of minorities. And
cross our fingers,
yeah.
He will run for city council here. So start with local.
Yep.
Amazing.
I hope to join you on the next meeting. I got so many things to share with y'all.
Yes, please join us next meeting. Thank you. So nice to meet you. So we're gonna go to Lutfi now. Go ahead, Kak Lutfi, silakan memperkenalkan diri.
Hi everyone, my name is Lutfi. I live in Brooklyn in New York. So good to see you all.
Good to see you. And I think Kak Ola is also here, yeah. I saw her name pop up earlier. So Kak Ola, if you're still here, you want to unmute. I don't see her. All right, nanti kalau Kak Ola balik lagi, just drop a chat, drop something in the chat so then we can introduce you too. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna talk to Christian. Christian has something important to remind everybody as far as our database. Nanti kita balik lagi buat teman-teman yang baru join so we can introduce all of you too. Christian, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, everyone. So what we are doing right now is that we are building a database of Indonesian Democrats around the United States. And if you guys could kindly please sign up on the link. We actually, there's on the group, there's on the announcements, there's a link that you could sign up for. Yeah, we're not collecting data just to, stalk you guys or anything. We're not gonna sell it or anything. We actually are just collecting data to make sure that, we are a Democrat Indonesian community. And so don't worry about doing that, but I can give you the link right now so you can sign up.
Yeah, that'd be great. And then also, even if you are not able to vote yet, you can still volunteer. There are a lot of Indonesian community members during this election who still on green card and who cannot vote yet, but they are still volunteering to canvass. They're still volunteering to do phone banking with us. So please, you can sign up. You don't have to be a US citizen to sign up to be able to get information from this group. Great, thank you.
I'm sorry.
Chris?
Also, if you guys could, if you signed up, could you guys put your name on the chat or say that you signed up so I can check it out from the database, please? Thank you.
Chris, is this the same form at the Facebook page that we had? Because I think
Yes.
I already signed up. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, cool. I know we're gonna talk about, let me skip over the regional coordinators plan yet. Let's go over to Josh real quick. Go ahead, Josh, if you so you can talk about our YouTube channel and what you're planning to do.
Hey guys, just real quick, introducing myself. My name is Josh from California. So, California, you don't have to worry. It's a really blue state. However, we have tons of Indonesians here. right? But what bothers me the most is, honestly, most Indonesians right here, they are rooting for Trump. And that's something that doesn't make sense to me. And it really hits home with, I study a lot of human behavior and the psychology about, being human and tribal and competitive. However, a lot of our Indonesian families, friends, they forgot about who we were, and they forgot about what currently Republicans are standing for. This is not the case maybe with when Mitt Romney was running for presidency. That's not what I was understanding. But to be honest with you, a lot of Indonesians in California, especially, they're really puffing their chest out, rooting for Trump, which is something that, if you're an Indonesian, that really doesn't make sense, right? So, I don't have a lot of power, I don't have a lot of skills, but what I know is I know how to make YouTube videos. And in the past Indonesian election time, I was making videos for Jokowi events here in California, so I'm really good at that. I have pretty good skill in making interview videos. Not so much. I don't have a lot of knowledge in making like good quality Zoom videos like this. My buddy David 10, he's in this chat as well. He's really good at that, setting that up. There's Koko Bucekli. His name is Bucekli. He likes to open platform for everybody to speak up their mind as well. So we need people like that. So when I reached out to Sinta yesterday, we were talking about, hey, let's make a YouTube channel. So we did. It's called Indonesian Democrats. If you search right now on YouTube, you won't be able to find it just because of the YouTube algorithm and how it works. You need to put on more contents to it. And right now there's no videos at all, right? We haven't uploaded anything. So I said to Sinta, hey, this is the way it works. I'm gonna give you the email and the password, and you just gotta ask for it with Sinta. Just check if you can be a moderator, and then anybody that's approved by Sinta is gonna be able to change the banner, change the logo, change the contents, upload videos, upload the podcast, upload the Zoom or Facebook live stream recording that we're doing here to that YouTube channel. That way, we have more contents there. The channel is going to be more active, and it's going to be able to reach out more people. That's what we need right now. And you can't just depend on me. Sometimes I'm busy with work, I'm busy with family, but what I can, if you guys are here, people in California, Kamarji, David, everybody there, Iriana, we can make videos, in here. We can just make like an interview style video. We can have like 2 camera angles, and David can help me with like the sound system. And I'm all in for it. You guys don't. I told Sinta yesterday, I'm not, just because I made this channel doesn't mean like, oh, everything has to go through me or I have to approve everything. No, if you guys want to upload anything, upload it. Just as long as it's still in this, we're still going to the right direction. It's for the same cause. Go ahead. So previous people that were talking, Dewita, and then Catherine, if you guys want to make some educational video, Bang Aldo, if you want to make some educational videos in that channel, that would be great. Yeah. So that's it from me. And yeah. Just I hope everyone could participate.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh. Josh, do you want to just briefly mention what you do and why it's important right now to mention that? Maybe you can just like give like a few suggestions.
Sure. Yeah. My wife and I are both nurses, LVNs. We work as a private duty nurse right now. I was a case manager at a skilled nursing facility, but right now we're just focusing doing private duty nursing. So we go to assisted livings or private homes, but mostly the ones that are needing helps right now, assisted livings that are just starting getting the outbreak of COVID. You know, in the March, my skilled nursing facility in California is one of the first skilled nursing facility that got COVID outbreak. It's really close with Kak Iriana's home at that time, and I was a case manager and managing these cases. There's a lot of, you know, I know a lot of people are taking advantage of it. A lot of people running away from it. So there's a lot that we can share in the future videos. And, you know, we can talk about that in the future. But yeah, I've seen a lot from this COVID outbreak, and I see it firsthand. You know, I'm really exposed to them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Thanks, Josh. Awesome. So yeah, we're gonna do these videos. And speaking of, I think that's a good segue. Thank you, Josh, for that. The other thing I want to talk about just quickly, and then this is not something that we have to decide tonight. This is not something that you have to answer tonight to us. A bunch of us were thinking that maybe we can have sort of like regional coordinators. So when I say that, I think if we divided the US into 7 regions, so Northwest, West, Southwest, Midwest, Southeast, Mid-Atlantic, and then the Northeast, maybe if we can have different coordinators. And the reason why it's important is not just to do the videos, but in 4 years when we have to organize and we have to be more involved in this, I think it's good to have like our small groups and then get together again as Indonesian Democrats, like as a whole in the US. So you don't have to tell me that right now, but if you are interested to be the regional coordinator for Northwest, so Northwest would include Washington, Idaho, Wyoming, Oregon, Montana, and Alaska. So a lot of Washington people here, give me a shout out. Or just private message me and say, I would love to be the coordinator in that region. You let me know. And then for West region would be California, Nevada, and Hawaii. And then for Southwest would be Arizona, Utah, Colorado, Texas, New Mexico, and Oklahoma. Midwest is big, but we can split, you know, like Midwest can have like 2 coordinators if you want to. So North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Kentucky, Ohio, Iowa, and I think I said Minnesota already, right? And Michigan. And then Southeast would be Florida, Georgia, Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Louisiana. Mid-Atlantic region would be Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, and Delaware. And then Northeast would be the Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont. So I want you to volunteer and then just message me. You don't have to tell me right now. Think about it. Shout out to Greg. Where are you, Greg? You suddenly just disappear. So Washington, there's a lot of Washington people tonight. So let us know if you are interested to do that. So then it's easier. We can just say like, hey, Northwest, can we send people to the video? And then we can upload that video. And then we can give like all these passwords.
Yes, agree.
Give this password to these coordinators, right? Jadi nggak usah nunggu-nunggu Josh, nggak usah nunggu-nunggu Sinta. Like you all know like what our code of conduct is. Just upload it. I think this is a collaborative thing. Jadi nggak perlu, we don't need to do like pengurus segala macam. I think this should be like just a collaboration project, because then it's a little bit more fluid, right? And then we're more on the kebersamaan ini, right? Vibe, right? So that's what I'm thinking. And then just one more thing. And then I know someone already dropped a question or a topic that we can talk about together. As far as inauguration plan, there is a plan that we're going to get together. So we have a few people on the ground talking about this, especially people in DC, like Butet, Nadia, Mbak Dewita, and then a few people from Pennsylvania too. we're going to see if we can get together. Now, there are a few locations where you can go as just a public visitor, and there are locations where you will need ticket from your senator or your representative. So you'll have to get those tickets from your own representative. Nobody from other states can get that for you. So if you hear that, sign up early. We'll try to find that information for you and then post it in a group. If you can get that, you know, like take care of yourself. But what we plan to do is also get together and then make it people who are coming from out of town, because I know like a bunch of people from California will be flying and want to get together. Butet from DC has suggested that if we were to do that, then we should make it more worthwhile and possibly meeting with like a representative from AAPI leader in Washington, DC, and have like Indonesian Democrats sort of like meeting with them. So then we can talk about issues in our communities. So this is something that we're talking about. We don't know what it's going to be. We don't know how the inauguration is going to be. So once we have more information, we will share it with everybody. So just pay attention to the group, and then also sign up to the database. So that way, when we send information, we'll send it to you and then you get it in your inbox instead of just scrolling through the group. But Robert is also going to make sure that we'll tag those kind of things as an announcement. So thanks, Robert, and all the other admins for helping with the group. So if there's anybody, did I see Ibu Merlin here? Ibu Merlin, please, if you want to introduce yourself, please go ahead and introduce yourself, your name and where you're located, if you want to unmute. And then I see also Tasha. After Ibu Merlin, you can introduce yourself and where you're located. Silakan, Ibu.
Hi everyone. Oh, thank you. Sorry for that. Hi everyone. My name is Merlin Wahyudi. I'm from Philadelphia. I'm working for the union, that's why I know a lot about the Democrat, and I really into it. But you know, it's on just what I can do. Yeah, I guess that's all what I have to share, right, Sinta?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Merlin.
Thank you.
And Tasha, go ahead. This is my teman SMP nih. Tasha, silakan unmute, kenalin.
Hi, my name is Tasha. I live in Chicago, and then Sinta dragged me to this one. I'm glad. I'm glad she did that. And then currently, I'm just a homemaker. I'm still, fighting my own battle. I'm currently in treatment. I got diagnosed with a breast cancer last year. Just, pray for me. Everything will be like a smooth ride. Thank you.
Thank you, Tasha. We're all praying for you. All right, awesome. Invitation for the inauguration. Yes. So Kamarji, we will do that. We'll try to post that via email, and also we'll post it in the group. So everybody, I want to throw this question, right? I saw someone post it in the question. Oh, wait, ada Pak Marjono. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, semua. How are you guys doing? My name is Mariano, or Bernard. So I'm from Portland, Oregon. We've been here about 20 years. And it's such a small Indonesian community. And my lovely wife, Aling, is also from Indonesia, from Bogor. So we met here. And I'm sorry I'm late. I was doing a videography in my church, at the Catholic Church. So I had to help with the online mass today. But thank you. It's so wonderful to see a lot of Indonesian Democrats. Portland is a small city. We have only probably about 1,000 people here, Indonesian people, that's what I meant. Mostly are pretty good, are residents or citizens. But as somebody mentioned from California, it's probably about, I would say, half of Indonesian are Trumpers. And I have to admit, I was a Republican for the longest time. I never voted for Obama. I regret it. But then I realized I believe in the values, conservative values, a lot of good values, but I don't believe that in the party. So I start dividing it and going to the Democrat ways, and until I met a lot of people from Indonesian free speech, and then I met Sinta from the Coblos Biru, and that's how we met. And I found that there's a lot of Indonesian here is also support for Biden. So sorry, I love an old clock. It just gives a lot of memories back from Indonesia. And we start forming a little group by WhatsApp and so forth, try to strengthen each other, right? I mean, a lot of the Trumpers tried to recruit me, and then I said, like, no, I'm sorry. I mean, this is not a good policy, and it's not a good person. And I cannot imagine that you guys will vote for him. But here's what happened. Thank you for everybody. We make it 306, but our work is not done. It's just started. We have a long way, and he's already saying that he's going to run in 2024. You know what it means? He's going to sabotage the Biden presidency. He's going to try that it fails so that he's going to win again in 2024. Our work is just started, and we need to help our brothers and sisters. I mean, for crying out loud, we're immigrants here. Yes, we're Americans, but we're immigrants. We need to help each other. We need to help others. We help the neighbors. And as a Christian, I remember Jesus said, love thy God and thy neighbors. It's including your Muslim neighbors, your LGBTQ neighbors, your gay neighbors, your Christian neighbors, your Buddhist neighbors, your Hindu neighbors, everybody. It's not just a white evangelical neighbors. Anyways, just want to say hi.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, Pak Mariono. Thank you so much. Okay, so kita mau ngobrol-ngobrol, tapi supaya nggak ini saling nimpa. So someone already throw this question in the chat, and also Pak Mariono also already said it, right? So I'm gonna throw this out there. If you want to talk about it first, let's talk about it for like 3 minutes. So we don't beat a dead horse. Like we don't go on and on and on and on. So my suggestion is this, if it's okay with everybody, I'm going to throw this question, this topic, and then if you want to talk about it, just drop your name, so then I can call you out, and then you can talk about it for like maybe 30 seconds, and then let's talk about it for 3 minutes with few people, and then if you want to talk about a different topic, just throw it in the chat too, and then I'll call you out, if that's okay with everybody. Is that good? Is that good, so that we're not like on top of each other? So this is the question or the topic. Mbak Dewita put this like in the chat already. So if you want to talk about this, just put your name there. Kenapa sih orang Indonesia kok malah milih? Why orang Indonesia rooting for or voting for President Trump? Why do you think that is? If you want to do that, put your name there, and then you can go first. Who wants to talk about it first? Josh. Okay, Josh goes first.
Okay, so to make it quick, okay. People, when we were born with some basic natures, right? So one is we're competitive. The second one is we're like, just like animals, we're tribal. We like to group, right? And then, so I talk about this with my friends and my family. The thing with Indonesians that are here, what I see is, again, they just forgot who they were. With me, the thing, I'm not really educated. I know I'm a nurse, but I'm not educated. Like I didn't go to college. I didn't go to university. I don't have a bachelor's degree, right? But what I do a lot is self-reflection. So I don't care how educated you are, but if you don't ever reflect on your life and be thankful for, you know, how people open doors for you when you didn't have any papers, and if you don't remember how scared you were when you were getting in buses, transitioning from bus to bus in Moreno Valley in the ghetto area, and then scared to death every time there's cops pass by, you know, every time there's like an army office, sometimes you just want to sign up and maybe just throw your life out there, even though you know you're not physically good. You just want to sign up just to get some papers, right? You have to remember all that. You have to do a lot of self-reflection. A lot of people here, especially the Indonesians, they forgot already. They got their green card, they got their citizenship, and a lot of the times they just forgot. People tend to like a loud character. So you know how people in America like to watch SmackDown, right? WWE, that wrestling, that wrestling nonsense, right? And unfortunately, it is attractive, very attractive, very entertaining. Looking at Trump telling lies and being so confident in telling his lies, it's so attractive, especially to people that are not. They forget, this Trump has a lot of lawsuits, a lot of questionable history with women and his behavior. And then what you have to remember is his first run as a president 4 years ago. He was selling the idea of building a wall, right? So being exclusive, building a wall, send people back to their home country. Okay. And the Indonesians that already have their citizenship, of course, they want other Indonesians to just go home and fail in their life. This is just basic human nature, the competitiveness in us. If you have no love, you just have this competitive side in you staying in your heart. My professor back in my community college actually told me, human nature, you like to get up, get higher in life, and then just kick everyone and keeping them down below you. That's why Indonesians here, they voted for Trump.
All right, good. All right, so we're gonna try to keep everybody at 1 minute, okay? So if you're gonna go more than 1 minute, I'm gonna be like Kamala, I'm speaking. Just kidding. But Maria, go ahead, you have 1 minute. I'm gonna start timing, okay?
Okay, I am going to be blunt. I think it's because a lot of Indonesians are racist, and a lot of us who were born and raised in Indonesia were racist, but some of us evolved and learned, to accept diversities in America. That's first. And second, we were raised to glorify white people. So a lot of Indonesian people that came over here that voted for the Trump, they think that, glorifying this nationalists, the white nationalists, thinking that will give them the status and the privilege. So they will be seen as white people, as close as the state as the white people. I think that is because if you really see the comments from them, they're always saying that the Democrats are all welfare receiver or a whiner, or they like to have a free welfare and everything. So they always compare the status as in being, Republican is close to white, meaning it's being rich and gain that status and the privilege, which they never will.
Yep. Okay, cool. Thanks, Maria. Iwan, Pak Iwan. 1 menit ya. Silakan Pak Iwan. Di unmute. Mana Pak Iwan? Colorado, where are you?
Hey.
Yeah. Silakan.
Yeah, just for information, 6 lawsuits waiting for Trump. So for us, I told you I admining 4 groups, Democrat, 10,000 combined, just for Indonesian people in 4 groups. So yes, 6,000 waiting for it. And then this is the reason why Indonesian in Colorado, 75% Indonesian is Trumpers, So when I asked them, why you forgot with racism the Trump brought, And then they said because Democrat is socialism, and then the other is about abortion. So I told them, in Indonesia we got, in Pancasila we got keadilan sosial bagi seluruh rakyat Indonesia. Dengan kata-kata itu, apakah berarti negara kita negara sosialis? Semua nabi mengajarkan kehidupan sosial, memberikan makan kepada orang miskin, membuka pintu, minimal bikin walls. Tapi ya itulah, akhirnya mereka menjual agama. Republik adalah partai Kristen. Saya bilang tidak. Tidak. Republik bukan partai Kristen. Kenapa Anda bisa ditipu dengan partai Kristen? Kita lihat, kalau memang Republik partai Kristen, kenapa menengah ke atas yang selama ini diuntungkan? Sementara Nabi selalu menengah ke bawah yang ditolong. Karena kehidupan itulah, kehidupan sosial itulah yang mestinya dijalankan. You understand? You got the point, right?
Yeah.
So that's it. And then I just tell them, okay, so why you coming far away from Indonesia, and then when you got your status in here, you forget, kacang lupa sama kulit, Proud Boys, the militia, whatever racism, stupid, something like that, grow up with Trump. And then you wanna include it, you wanna involve it with something like that. How stupid you are!
Yeah.
How stupid you are! We 16-hour flight from Indonesia from the better future for us and for our kids, and then you here just untuk endorse sesuatu yang naif bagi saya, gitu loh. Hanya itu aja. Jadi selama saya aktif di grup itu, saya dapat masukan malah dari orang-orang kulit putih ya, kulit putih Demokrat maupun Project Lincoln. Project Lincoln. Kalau kamu tahu Project Lincoln di Facebook, oh my goodness, most of them is Republican before, and then they realize something wrong with their party. Why Indonesian party? Why Indonesian people get lost? You know what I mean? So
Okay.
this is, I think, this forum is good for us. So yeah, keep fighting, like I told you. And right now I got the account. I just like in likers. So yeah, keep going, keep fight.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Iwan. Okay, so we're gonna try to move on from the topic. But let's see. Kak Hana is saying because Donald Trump is a marketing or businessman, he knows how to market himself. And then Pak Mariono talk about evangelical pastors, economy, which is like what everyone's talking about too. Ibu Merlin, do you want to talk for like 30 seconds? Why? Unless everything is already the same of what everyone's saying?
Yeah, it's the same with everybody that, it's all part of it is about the religion things, and part of it is the lack of communication and knowledge about the Democrat and Republican. And in the beginning my life in America, I also Republican because I thought, oh yeah, I supposed to be Republican because they told me that I supposed to. But yeah, after I work at the union office, I'm learning more about Democrat, and it's opened my mind that the religion and political cannot be together.
Yeah.
Some people using religion to get what they want, and that's not a Christian. Just just hiding behind the Christianity to get what they want, and people doesn't understand that. I think that's why a lot of Indonesian is also Republican. So I think that's all what I want to say.
Okay, great. I'm going to take like just two more, and then we're going to move on to Catherine's question here. So let me see. Hold on just a second. I think Marine go, right? And then Herning after that. Marine, is it Marina on Galaxy tab?
Hi, it's Marine.
Marine, okay, go ahead, Marine.
Even though I am not a citizen yet, I'm a green card and I have no plan in the short term to change my status, but I think it's not a matter. So what I would like to say why Indonesians are choosing Trump One is because they lack of critical thinking. That's the first thing I would say. And then two, those people who married to a white people who have a privilege, they are being really feeling that, the community of white is getting smaller. They not accept that. It's too terrifying for them to accept the fact. That's the second one. The third one is again and again, it's religion. The reason, regardless of what we have, some of friends here that we just, point blank, you cannot display any facts or anything. They just like, no, that's what my pastor says. That's why I stopped myself being Christians, because it shows me a lot through their actions. No, I'm sorry. I am really sorry. So that's the reasons that I see, the only thing that they support Trump. And then it's just lack of critical thinking and lack of understanding history itself. American history, you just cannot learn from school, because a lot are being taught very, very different from what the reality of the history itself. Because to say my husband is a history freak, you can talk to him from A to Z or whatsoever, he would just say it to you. Because even the eugenic theory that many do not understand, even one of the friends from Oahu, I think Catherine Swindle, so he is the one that brought it up, everything, about that theory of how white privilege and how white people, by the way, he's white too, but from Hawaii.
Hi, husband.
Hi. White is I'm mostly of European ancestry, but not purely of European ancestry. That's why I have some different ideas about stuff. Taught my wife about some stuff. I guess I look white, but I don't know.
Casing luarnya putih, dalamnya orang Indonesia. Makan terasi, makan ini baru habis
Yeah, but I'm
mancing.
not. You keep saying I'm
He does not like to be called white, so that's all. But thank you for the time given to me and my husband to speak.
Thank you. Silakan, Tante Herning.
Okay, my opinion why these people vote for Trump. You look at the states where the Trump won.
It really hurts my
you see that the state where Trump's won, they are a small state, and then all of them in the rural area. And then I have a feeling the Indonesian people in here, they have the same lack information as they are. So because of just there is an article that someone posting, why, I spent 4 years trying to understand Trump supporter, and then it's interesting, that is true. The problem is in order to reach those people, because they have prejudice and fear-mongering. So for Trump, it's easy to manipulate these people. That's what the reason that many Indonesians vote for them. Vote for Trump, I mean.
Yeah, thank you. This is like such a hot topic because it looks like everybody wants to talk about this one. So I'm gonna give it to a couple more people, Mike and then Deti, and then we're gonna move on to another topic. Mike, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, I think for someone at least, who grew up in the 70s in Indonesia, it's as an Indonesian, you're always, taught or made to believe that Republicans are much better than Democrats for Indonesia, for Indonesia's interests, right? I mean, Republicans don't really care about human rights. They'll sell you whatever military equipment that Indonesia wants, so, and business, they're not preoccupied with all these human rights abuses and things like that. So I think that's probably one of the reasons why, it stays with a lot of Indonesians who come here, that kind of thinking, right? So until they come here and live here and experience just living in America, how that's not true. how Democrats are actually better for everyone else. So I think it comes from, at least, preconceived notion or predisposition to see Republicans as better than Democrats.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you, Mike. Betty,
Mhm.
go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi. Hi. Yes. I just I think I want to take little here from everyone that talked, but I agree with Mike that basic concept, that basic understanding, and then you just feel it that it's true. And also I agree with person that says basic prejudice. We cannot get away from that. Yes, basic racism is there. White colonialism teach us that white is better, right? So that's one thing. And then I also agree the fact that knowledge, education, not education, information coming, right? So I think just right away from those 3 points, in addition to like all the movement of um, during the election or whatever, maybe we can actually discuss this kind of thing. We have a forum, a medium to discuss this, to kind of, I don't want to say educate because it's so as if belittling, but give information. What is Democrat, for example? Like Mike said, you want to know when you come here. It's a different thing. It's a different from what you believe when you were in Indonesia. So what do we do? What do we do that I'm sure everybody wants to like shout out. Everybody wants to always reply and want try to explain all those energy, all those thinking, all those thoughts. Let's make it like a forum, you know, that kind of stuff. Instead of like, you know, we're always like, oh, I want to say that. Somebody say, I want to say this, I want to say that. Let's channel that. Let's channel that right away with all that basic understanding what we know about us, about culture, whatever it is, you know, political affiliation before, whatever it is, and husbands or wives or whatever, like all white privileges, you know, here, let's channel it. Let's make it for future right away. All right, thanks.
Thank you, Deti. There's just so much, the last 4 years, there's so much negative energy, probably, for lack of a better word, right? And then just so much time have been used probably to argue with each other. So I think it's great to have a healthy conversation, to have a healthy debate. There's nothing wrong to agree to disagree. That's okay. But at the same time, we also have to think about what's best for our community, what's best for our country. Those are the kind of things that we should think about. So now, Catherine threw this question out here. Let me just go back. Okay. Okay. So right now, Trump refused to concede. How dangerous do you think that is?
And what can we learn from Indonesian history?
Yes, very good point. So sekarang, last year we saw very similar story happen in Indonesia with Prabowo refusing to concede and even having like all this drama with people lining up and like, you know, congratulating him and like, siap Mr. President, those kind of things. Like now it's happening here. And also we were under Suharto for 32 years, like, you know, so how dangerous do you think that is? I think Mbak Dewita, did you want to go ahead, Mbak Dewita?
Don't worry about it. Biden and Kamala are very calm. They work behind the scene, and I like to see. Actually, I like to quote Lawrence O'Donnell. I think I'm trying to look for his tweet because he talked about it's like a band just finished their performance and they had to leave the hotel, maybe some broken furniture, but at the end they'll be gone. That's what he said. That's basically it, because you know the Secret Service is gonna drag Trump. That's for sure. Yeah. So no worry. We just have to focus right now. I'm trying to.
Yeah, go ahead, Mbak.
No, right now we have to focus on electing the 2 senators from Georgia, candidates from Georgia, I think, because it gives the balance 50-50 between Democrat and Republican, and Kamala Harris can be what they call it, I forgot about the term, But
Tiebreaker.
yeah,
Yeah,
tiebreaker, right?
tiebreaker.
Thank you. Yes, so it was 51 because it's hard to pass legislation when one party controlled, especially Republicans controlled the Senate. So it's hard. Democrats still gonna control the House, but Republicans right now is leading. So that's key.
Yeah. Okay. Pak Iwan, did you want to respond? Go ahead. Mana Pak Iwan? Colorado? Or
Oh ya, Prabowo Subianto 4 tahun yang terakhir dia mencalonkan diri jadi presiden, itu barang buktinya 1 kontainer, tetap ditolak. Sekarang Trump kemarin menunjukkan barang buktinya hanya sebagaimana ya kata orang CNN juga, huge but empty. Jadi don't need to worry, oke? Di sini juga ada history seorang presiden tidak mau concede, John Adams. Akhirnya apa yang terjadi sama John Adams? Diusir. Oke? So no need to worry. Cuman ya sekarang kita mesti worry satu. Militia. Katanya mereka mau bikin perang saudara ya. No need to worry too. Why? National Guard behind John Biden. So they will fight each other, not us. We just keep it safe in home. So don't need to worry, guys. No need to worry. That acting from Trump is bullshit. No need to worry, and then just keep safe in home. That's it.
Yeah, great. And then I see Pak Mariono also mentioning about, like civil war, but maybe military involvement, but helping Biden. So it's good to hear that, especially from Mbak Dewita ya, yang closer to DC saying, yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Lots of drama in politics. So let's hope so. But sometimes we do worry about his supporters who are very very abusive and then very aggressive towards us too. So let me see. Yes, Catherine, go ahead.
Yeah, I think my question is, I'm not worried that Biden will be president eventually, but I worry about the breakdown in the further breakdown in the country, because he's setting up that Biden is an illegitimate president. It's going to just the discourse is just going to just keep going down, and there's going to be more mistrust. And I do have faith that it's going to, Biden will be president. I already got a hotel to go to the inauguration, so I have hope. But I'm worried about militia. I'm worried about the kind of the breakdown in our civil society. And even though like the National Guard, that's great. They're going to help Biden. That's militarizing the office as well. So like whenever you have military ushering in a new president, I personally am worried about what does that mean, in terms of like world history and, then you have like more power in the military, and what happens if they take over? Maybe it's just a trauma that we experience, as Indonesians. So that's kind of where I was, my thoughts for that.
Okay, great. Thanks, Catherine. So Mbak Dewita is saying that we should elect good Democrats at the local and state level. That's so true, because definitely election is not just presidential. Election is also electing your councilman, councilwoman, your mayor, your governor. Those the kind of people who you probably will have direct access to or direct connection to, versus like the president. These are the people who's going to be on your side. Like, I think us in Philadelphia, Catherine, Aldo, and everybody in Philadelphia can testify to that, how important it is to actually know your local politician, because when something happened in your community, Ibu Marilyn can also attest to that. They're the ones who's going to step up and then come for your community. So definitely. Let's see quickly. Hold on, everybody. I'm trying to read everybody's. Desi cannot talk right now, but she just want to let everybody know that her decision based on when she ran away from Indonesia. We have been discriminated in Indonesia, that we didn't have any freedom to be ourselves. I don't want to become foreigners in Indonesia, force others to become like them or follow them. I want everyone have the same opportunity, since this is the land of freedom, and America is built based on the immigrants. And also seeing the pattern, Republicans crush US and Democrats fix them all the time. So that's what Desi is saying. Mbak Hana, silakan, you can unmute yourself and go ahead and add to the conversation.
I understand that we worry so much about, because there's a lot of this militia, that Trump supporter, the Proud Boys, and many others. We just have to pay attention to the locals news. And my husband, being a police officer, he always taught me to always, when you never live in fear, but you always in yellow. You always alert to all your surroundings. And that's what we need to do. It's like, if you know that there will be troubles in certain area, avoid it. We don't need to be that type of hero. Let them make the mistakes. Let them show how fool they are acting that way. But what we need to do is we need to support the local Democrats, your state Democrats, support every single layer of the government, that we can be stronger that way. And we need to have a calm, and just because they are being so nasty to us, we don't need to be the same level as they are. We need to show that we are more educated. We are, you want to be that way, go ahead, but I'm not going to be in your level. We are much better than them, because we care about each other. We care about our society, about our community. We care about this country. We want to be better. We don't want to stuck with this racism things. And it's only one human being. That's what God create. God never said, I create a white people, a black people. He said only, I create a human. So we are one human race. That's it.
Yeah. Thank you, Mbak Hana. Okay, Robert, go ahead. Unmute.
Okay, so I just want to add, even though we win these elections, we should know that our town ballot actually losing. We are losing right now. I think we lose 7 House seats, and we are unable to flip the Senate yet, and it's still waiting for Georgia. And as you know, that in PA itself, while we're winning by 100,000 votes, but our state auditors, which is on the same ballot, is a Democrat, is losing. I mean, that is something that we should be aware of. It's there are many split tickets in this race, and regarding do I need to be afraid of Donald Trump not conceding? No, not really, because at this point we know that he will be gone on the 21st. Do I need to worry about the militants, his militants? No, I'm not worried either, because our law enforcement officers is actually pretty strong. Our FBI has break up several plots, so I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is the Republicans. Republicans want Trump voters. They are the one who's enabling Trump right now, and because they want his voters. That's why right now Mitch McConnell did not want say that he let Trump do his thing, because he wants their voters to come out on Georgia. And as we all know from history, even Barack Obama lost the House majority on his mid-year elections. So the 2022 will be will be important election as well, because right now we barely have we don't have the Senate majority yet. Our House seat is shrinking, and if we lost the House in the 2022 elections, we're done. I mean, there will be no more. All Biden has will only be executive order, just like Obama. I mean, we are lucky that we got the presidential back. Executive order is very important. DACA is up. DACA is safe right now. And there will be no more separating parents from children. But we need to be aware of that our legislation is dead on arrival if we don't have the Senate.
Yep. Thank you, Robert. I'm going to read quickly a bunch of comments that we need to flip legislatures from red to blue in some states. Virginia finally flipped our legs to blue last year from Mbak Dewita. We also need to be good ally with other minority groups, especially so we can fight this fight together. Thank you, Maria, for that. And that's what Pejuang is going to be doing educations for our community. Why we need to be allies with Black and Brown communities. Kak Kathy, please make sure to send Democrats to House reps and senators to DC. Never send Republican, even though he is good. Okay. Let's see. There's a link in the chat to like John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock Facebook. Please do that. We need to support Georgia right now. I know we have one person joining from Georgia right now, Amelia. Thank you. Biggest challenge for Democrat is there's still many Democrats afraid of being progressive and embracing progressive point of view. I want to just quickly sending a shout out to everyone watching in the group live right now because they can't join for whatever reason. So I just want to shout out to I think North Carolina, right? With Robinson. Let's see, Austin, Texas, Sahat Siotang, Everett, Washington, Ronald, San Diego, Zenovia, Ai, and then let's see who else. I'm just gonna read this real quick. Omex watching, he's 83 years old. He's been living in Indonesia, so he's super active too, from Coachella Valley, California, Noel Ferdinand. So shout out everybody. If you want to join, the link is there. You can come and join this conversation right now. Also, okay, Mbak Dita, silahkan. We haven't heard from you. Go ahead and unmute if you want to add to this conversation.
Selamat malam semuanya. Mohon maaf karena saya sedang berada di tempat kerja. Saya lebih senang berbahasa Indonesia supaya jangan apalagi state saya state merah dan belakangan ini saya sering dapat ancaman dari tetangga karena saya begitu keras mendukung Biden. Jadi saya akan memakai bahasa Indonesia karena saya berada di ruang makan tempat kerja saat ini. Yang saya mau sampaikan, kita sebetulnya nggak usah worry terhadap politiknya kalau kita tidak berada di dalam organisasi kepolitikan itu, tetapi lebih memfokuskan diri kepada bagaimana kita menjadi duta besar dari Demokrat ini, bagaimana kita menunjukkan kepada sekeliling kita sikap seorang Demokrat yang benar. Sebagai background aja, saya kebetulan memiliki 2 master, yaitu master kesehatan publik, dan kemudian master saya yang satu lagi adalah nurse practitioner. Mungkin teman-teman semua juga udah tahu cerita itu. Dan sekarang saya berada di dalam tim proaktif committee testing yang berada di Texas. Nah, belakangan ini saya banyak membantu presiden terpilih. Bukan saya ya, organisasi saya, mohon maaf. Presiden terpilih dengan memberikan data yang ada, yang kita punya, untuk membuat kebijakan setelah dia kemudian menjabat, setelah nanti inaugurasi, bagaimana dia sebaiknya memperlakukan COVID berdasarkan masukan dari para orang yang terlibat dan memang ahlinya di bidang ini. Itu salah satu contoh yang bisa kita berikan bahwa dengan apa yang kita punya, dengan ilmu apa yang kita punya, kita menjadi ambasador dari Democrats. Kemudian juga mungkin juga teman-teman sudah tahu, memang belum terorganisir seperti pejuang, tetapi teman-teman tahu bagaimana saya memperjuangkan, bukan saya, tapi saya dan teman-teman lain, termasuk Jenny di sini, termasuk yang lainnya, memperjuangkan banyak orang-orang yang tidak punya suara atau belum punya suara, tetapi memang sudah membutuhkan bantuan kita semua. Nah, sikap yang seperti itu akan jauh lebih baik menunjukkan siapa Demokrat, karena dalam keseharian saya melihat bahwa walaupun masyarakat Indonesia yang kebetulan adalah pemilih atau supporter dari Trump, itu biasanya tetap segan terhadap orang-orang seperti Jenny, orang-orang seperti Sinta dan yang lainnya gitu, karena mereka melihat bahwa kita itu memang melakukan sesuatu, kita memang membantu, dan mereka, saya nggak mau bilang takut, but they are very, saya bahasa Indonesia lagi, mereka sangat berhati-hati untuk menyakiti kita, karena mereka tahu kalau mereka ada apa-apa, tempat lari mereka adalah kita. Jadi mungkin gampangnya lebih baik kita itu melakukan, kita di bawah ya, karena di luar organisasi Demokratnya sendiri, nggak seperti Mbak Dewitra. Nah, mungkin itu lebih baiknya adalah melakukan hal-hal yang langsung terasa oleh masyarakat sekeliling kita, dan itu membawa nama Demokrat. Dan saya juga boleh kasih tahu sama teman-teman lain, selain Pak Marjono, saya dulu juga adalah ex-Republikan. Saya terlibat agak sedikit jauh dengan Lincoln Project, tapi tolong dimengerti bahwa Lincoln Project bukan pendukung Trump. Lincoln Project itu memang ex-Republikan, tetapi tidak pernah mendukung Trump. Malah kami justru keluar dan menjadi kelompok tersendiri karena ada Trump yang memecah Republicans di dalamnya. Segitu aja karena saya harus buru-buru. Terima kasih untuk kesempatan yang diberikan.
Terima kasih Unidita. Thank you for sharing. Ramai banget ya teman-teman. So like we're gonna be here maybe like another 45 minutes. Tapi kalau misalnya harus ada yang dinner, you have to go, please don't feel like you have to stay. We're gonna have this conversation over and over again kan. So thank you Unidita for sharing all that. I want to throw this out there. Menurut teman-teman, is it not time that we have Indonesian politician in the White House, in state level, in local level? What do you think? Kan udah ada tuh suaminya Kahana udah mau running. But how about muka-muka Indonesia? How about nama-nama Indonesia? I think we have like one Hakim di New Orleans, right? What's her name? Huta Barat, right? Marisa Huta Barat. But how about, does anybody in here want to run for office and represent our country and our immigrant community? Ada nggak? Anybody want to say, like, where you from if you want to run? You know?
Saya potong sedikit boleh nggak? Saya ingin kasih tahu bahwa kita agak tertinggal, anak muda kita tertinggal. Saya ngojok-ngojok anak saya untuk bisa mewakili Demokrat, tapi nggak bisa. Tetapi dalam Republikan itu sudah ada 2 orang yang sedang dijadikan bibit. Satu adalah anaknya sebentar kok saya lupa namanya, ada di ujung lidah, Pak let me think, one of the richest people in Indonesia, ketua IDN kita, Pak I can't even remember right now because I'm in the dalam dorongan berada di dalam suasana kerja. Tapi kita sudah tertinggal, ada 2 anak muda Indonesia yang kebetulan adalah warga negara Amerika, tetapi orang tuanya ada di Indonesia. Sekarang sudah menjadi apa istilahnya kalau bahasa Indonesia itu sudah menjadi bakalnya Republikan. Nah kalau ada dari Demokrat anak muda yang mau, kita harus cepat. Segitu dulu deh.
Yeah, I think Kahana is planning to run in the future. Awesome. But Dewita is saying if anybody interested in running, let her know. She can connect you with the organizations for training. That's awesome. Thank you, Tante Herning and Patty, for nominating me. I'm not planning to do that. I think I love working for the community in South Philadelphia more right now. But maybe Catherine can run. I'm not thinking about running right now. I think right now I'm just like really trying to get to help the community in South Philly for now. Yeah, mungkin Mbak Dewita, mungkin maybe you have like all this experience, you should run. 11-year-old daughter. Yeah, so will be awesome to see Indonesian faces, Indonesian names, right? Nanti di White House, maybe one day we can dream, and we should dream big. Maybe have like a woman Indonesian president, right? That would be awesome. Or like an Indonesian male president too. That's fine. Or whatever they are. I think that would be amazing. And does anybody want to throw one more topic? Let's talk about like one more topic. Abis itu mungkin for East Coast is like already 11 p.m. DACA recipients. Anybody want to talk about that? I think Pak Edward Wanandi. Oh yeah. So IDN. Pak istrinya Pak Edward Wanandi. Okay, so that's Republican. I don't really know Pak Edward Wanandi personally, but I know of him just from the diaspora days before UNI. So thank you for that. So that means Democrat, we have to like find calon-calon dari Demokrat dengan Kahana dan everybody else. Okay, here's one. What can we do to keep the momentum and to educate more all our Indonesian community? Anybody want to take that question? Apa yang bisa kita lakukan to keep the momentum going dan untuk mengedukasi teman-teman kita di dalam komunitas? This is gonna be kalau katanya Jokowi kerja the next 4 years. So just because Biden has won doesn't mean terus kita langsung santai-santai. I think there's a lot more social issues we can talk about or just any issues gitu. Ada yang mau ngebahas? What can we do?
Kalau saya boleh.
Oh, okay, silakan Pak Bonar. And then Maria, you're after that.
Ya, di our own sphere of influence, kita aktif di kita punya social media. Saya yakin Biden, Harris nanti ini akan punya banyak pekerjaan yang mereka lakukan yang sangat beneficial ya. Ya kita baru dengar DACA punya yang dilakukan oleh administration sekarang tuh melanggar prosedur, dan sebenarnya DACA itu sangat beneficial bagi kita yang imigran di Amerika. Jadi kita selalu update hal-hal yang positif seperti itu. Nanti juga ada Affordable Care Act yang sudah berapa kali Trump mau hancurkan ya, tetapi berapa kali itu pun gagal juga. Jadi hal-hal yang positif itu kita selalu update di kita punya sosial media, Facebook, Twitter dan lain sebagainya. Memang kalau kita cuma ngomong hal-hal yang superficial saja yang selama ini ya, yang hanya membangkitkan emosi saja, ini yang terjadi selama ini, tidak mengedukatif kepada warga. Jadi fokus aja sama itu saya rasa, dan keep it going. Jadi saya cuma mau bilang juga apresiasi buat forum di sini sebagai wadah bagi kita bisa mengingatkan gitu. Itu aja. Thank you.
Terima kasih. Oh wait, ya, terima kasih Pak Bonar. Patty.
To educate people, I think a lot of Indonesians need to have the willingness to learn and be uncomfortable about sensitive issues and be open-minded. And also this year alone, I have learned so much and I have unlearned so much by just watching webinar. Also, I'm also active in Indomie Real. It's like a podcast, and it was also Sinta who also gave us the platform about Indomie Real. It's in the YouTube also, and it's also in the Instagrams. They're also, just follow the social medias where they have education values, and also I think it's more to keep momentum. It's to be a good ally to our other minority groups, and to listen, to understand about their problems, about their hardships, and also, I think that it's a good educations, and just keep, be aware with surround us, and to keep momentum is just, keep fighting, keep reminding people around us to vote in the local elections, keep reminding our own family that the local election is also important, to be active, and then understanding the local election, the local laws, the bills, this and that, the passing bills are also very important. So to educate ourselves and also to educate our other people is also important.
Yeah,
thank you.
Awesome. Pak Mariono, silakan. You want to add something, and then after that, maybe we can just wrap it up.
Thank you. I just want to remind everybody that already a lot of organization of Indonesian, a lot of those, religious, non-religious, KKI, Permias, a lot of those. And there's already some sort of longing from Indonesia to get together. We need to reach out. We need to tell them that we exist, and we need to educate others. Here's what I really wish, that we are able to rebuild back America for our future generation, our kids, our children, our grandchildren. So thank you, Sinta. Thank you, everybody, for this. And hopefully we can keep the momentum going. And I'm willing from Oregon to help Sinta. I have access to many organizations here. I was a part of the president of a couple of the organizations. So I have access to this. So I'm going to help you guys too. But thank you so much. Have a good night.
Awesome. So Pak Mariono, tadi kita udah ngebahas about regional coordinators. So you are it, since you said you're gonna help. So tadi just quickly, aku panggilnya biasanya tante, mungkin panggil Kak Herning aja kali. Disappointed many Indonesians came here through asylum, then they voted for Trump. This is the case in Philadelphia. This is the case. This is why we are so sad. This is why we get so depressed. This is the case in Philadelphia. It is true. We know, people in Philadelphia know people personally who came to get asylum, lari dari Indonesia because mereka merasa diskriminasi karena Chinese Indonesian, kemudian dia pilih Trump lagi. So this is happening. So you're not the only one, Kak Herning. Kenapa seperti itu? Usually because of misinformation, miseducation, and the one topic, apa itu namanya, Robert? Like one issue only because of pro-life, but not educated enough.
Single voter issue.
Single voter issue. That's what I was thinking.
Single issue voter.
Right. That's what they're thinking. Tidak mengedukasi dirinya apa artinya pro-life, apa artinya pro-choice. Right? This is why, in my opinion, this is what we see. Sangat sedih. Kita sampai like not me, but like people are fighting all the time on social media, right? So we see this all the time. So maybe, and Robert mentioning in this church, abortion. Yes, that is what's going on. America is not just white evangelist country. Pak Mariono already mentioned that. We come from so many different backgrounds. We come from so many different sexual orientation. We come from so many different religion, colors. We want to talk about Black Lives Matter. There's colorism issue in Indonesia dengan orang-orang dari Indonesia Timur. Saya orang Sulawesi, so we know sometimes kulit hitam, like people don't really look at kulit hitam, like, always ada stereotype kalau biasanya yang kulit-kulit hitam tuh orang-orang Ambon senang mabuk-mabukan dan bahaya. You know, like we know all of this. Ya, kita dari orang Indonesia, we know all of this. So maybe we can get together and re-educate, rebuilding together. So I'm just so grateful to see everybody. Senang banget bisa ketemu dengan teman-teman. We're not going to solve the world's problem tonight, right? But maybe for the next 4 years, ini yang bisa kita lakukan sama-sama. Mungkin teman-teman yang pro-life and like super fanatic and like super evangelist, whatever the word is, maybe mungkin kita rangkul pelan-pelan, because I think if we're just gonna fight them, like if we're just gonna do this all the time, I don't think we're going to have any we're not gonna move forward, right? Karena kita akan selalu berantem. So, okay, Pak Iwan, one more, and then we're gonna close it up. Go ahead, you want to add something? You have to unmute, Pak.
Before in Colorado, we got 2 senators, 1 Republican, 1 Democrat. Okay, but right now we flip it. But like before, was that after Hillary Clinton, I voluntarily in Hillary Clinton team too. So just active, call your senate, call your senator and your representative, especially rep, active, call them, especially for DACA, for DACA recipient. And that's why in Colorado, DACA, nggak ada gagu-gugat. Republik nggak ada gagu-gugat. Karena kita selalu aktif menelpon mereka. Tiap hari kita live message. So please, call them. Remind them about everything. About racism, about DACA recipient, about why Republican state is like a poor country, and then they always say Democrats is muchis. Call them. Aktif. And then for now, saya lagi didik anak saya 6 tahun ini, anak cewek saya, untuk menjadi kader Demokrat. Dia udah tahu banget Trump itu siapa. Saya selalu bilang Trump itu orang Republik, dia presiden, tapi dia membawa Amerika ke arah yang salah. Dan dia sudah tahu itu. Jadi dan sekarang anak-anak bina itu, anak-anak didik, gak apa-apa kita telat. Republik udah 2 orang katanya tadi ya, gak apa-apa. Tapi anak-anak kita masih 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tahun, itulah yang paling penting, masa depan. Thank you, Sinta. Kamu maju deh, jangan diam-diam aja, kamu maju, oke? Saya dukung.
Thank you. Saya nih bekas aktivis zaman reformasi, so it's like
saya juga. Saya dari Partai Serikat Buruh Indonesia di Indonesia. Saya aktif banget. Saya sekretaris di Serang, DPC.
Great. So okay. Saya udah naro as far as regional coordinators. Nanti think about it. Contact us, karena dari regional coordinators ini nanti kita bisa saling sharing, akhirnya bisa mungkin lebih gampang untuk ketemu dengan teman-teman, mungkin dari tiap region juga you guys can talk about isu-isu di state kalian, because sometimes if we talk about it on a national level, itu kelihatannya tuh mungkin it's too big for us to overcome. But when we get together, like even if California want to have their own group for Indonesian Dems, I think that's good, yeah. Because this is not Cinta's platform, this is our platform. So please, I would love to just talk to everybody. So if you want, kayak misalnya Pak Mariono wants to take over Northwest, or Greg with Pak Mariono together, because there are several states. And then mungkin Mike, if you want to help with Mid-Atlantic, just be the coordinators. We're not asking you to like run for office, but what we're asking is like helping us organize. Doing discussions like this, talking to maybe Pejuang, talking to people like Maria in the Bronx who feels alone because she feels like she doesn't know anybody else. She feels like everybody Indonesian there are Republican. You know, like we can't have orang Indonesia feeling alone. Come on, like orang Indonesia senang makan-makan. Come on, we cannot have that. We have to like come together. So yeah, if you have the capacity, kalau punya energinya, you can do this from home. Nggak usah lagi zaman COVID, you can use my Zoom, yeah, you know, if you want to, and then to have this conversation. So, thank you so much. It's so late right now. 2 hours, 2 jam nggak berasa. Thank you everybody. Should we do like a group picture? If you wanna like turn on your video quickly, I'll do group picture. Siapa aja yang masih ada? Maybe we can post it. I think it's good to show people that look, orang Indonesia yang Demokrat tuh bukan cuman koar-koar demo ya. We actually talk about things. Kita nggak berantem aja di social media. So I'm gonna take the first halaman yang pertama.
Mau foto ini ready nih dia.
Oke, mana Yanti? Alright, ready? Siapa nih? Kak Anita, where are you? Yang kelihatan cuman ini nih. Anita Sulaiman. Lagi di mana, Kak? Nah, oke. Ready? I'm gonna take this picture and then I'm gonna go to the next page.
Gotta show up for the picture.
Loh, Pak Mariono kok hilang? Where are you, Pak Mariono? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Hello? Okay, I'm gonna take this. 1, 2. All right, one more page. Ready? Desi, where are you, Des? iPhone, where are you? Tadi aku lupa namanya mas yang satunya yang di iPhone. Turn on your camera. Okay, I'm gonna count ya. Turn on your camera. 1, 2, and 3. Awesome. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you.
You are
Good
night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
And healthy.
Keep fighting. Bye.
Bye.
Stay
Good night.
healthy.
Bye.
Aduh, so many people say goodbye.